U.S. Olympians have provided us with plenty of big moments during the opening weekend of the Winter Olympics in South Korea. Some of the highlights include two Americans winning gold in snowboarding. Woo! The first ever medal in luge for the men and the first triple axel by an American woman in Olympic skating history. But CNN thinks Kim Jong Un's little sister Kim Yo-jong is the one who's stealing the show. An article published Saturday reads, quote, seen by some as her brother's answer to American first daughter Ivanka Trump, Kim, 30, is not only a powerful member of Kim Jong Un's kitchen cabinet, but also a foil to the perception of North Korea as antiquated and militaristic. Ha! What a joke! So was this all part of North Korean dictators' plan to divert attention from the brutal regime? Let me ask Daily Beast columnist and author of Nuclear Showdown, North Korea Takes on the World, Gordon Chang. Even CNN's Jake Tapper said, if you hate U.S. leaders more than North Korean leaders, you don't know enough about North Korean history. This woman is responsible for so many murders. How offensive is this fawning?
Yeah, well, she is a propaganda official, but more important, she's the one who runs her brother, Kim Jong Un, the ruler, who's responsible for all of this. Yeah. She handles his schedule, he does all of this stuff, and she protects him. And also, she's the only person that he can talk to and trust because she's family. And also, she doesn't present a challenge to him because she can't be the ruler in such a male-dominated society. Yeah. So, you know, she is the perfect bolster for him. And that's why, you know, his crimes, her crimes.
Yes, absolutely. Has she opened the prison camps and let people go? I mean, we hear about the atrocities for those who survive and see the light of day, for those who are fortunate enough to defect from North Korea. The stories that we hear from them and this glossing over, this propagandist shellacking is so incredibly gross to me.
You know, and that's why Vice President Pence did something very important Friday morning. First of all, he met escapees from North Korea, people who, you know, can tell the real stories about what it's like to live in the Kim regime. Also, he visited the Chonan Memorial, which honors 46 South Korean sailors who were killed when their frigate was torpedoed by North Korea. It just shows not only the human rights problems in North Korea, it also shows the aggression of the regime against South Korea. And that counters a lot of what Kim Yo-jong was trying to do when she came in and had this big media blitz.
Yeah, and I know there are many members of the media who are not learned in history, and they're making it seem like this is the first time that North Korean and South Korean athletes have marched arm in arm in the Olympic Games. That's not true. No. They've had combined delegations at several games. What they are glossing over is the fact that last time South Korea hosted the Olympics, North Korea blew up a passenger jetliner.
Yeah, 115 or so killed. And there were other incidents around that time where South Koreans ended up dead. This is a story which will continue because Kim Jong Un, the Kim ruler, has not given up his family's core goal, which is to take over South Korea. And they're willing to use violence to do that, as they have periodically.
I mean, look at the way they've threatened South Korea.
Yeah.
They've threatened South Korea, you know, not just us. We're an ocean away. They're right next door. They share the same peninsula, and they've threatened them with nuclear annihilation.
As well as us and others in the region. And clearly, there's not going to be peace in North Asia until the Kim regime is gone. Yeah. We got to remember what Ronald Reagan told us. He told us the nature of regimes matters. And, you know, you can have these publicity blitzes, which the North Korea does, and they're very good at it. But it's not going to be solved until the regime is gone.
Is it a sign of desperation that they sent Kim Jong Un's sister? Is it a sign that the sanctions are working?
Yeah, sanctions are working. We saw that, for instance, middle of November when that defector came across the joint security area in the demilitarized zone. He had uncooked kernels of corn in his digestive tract, indicating that he was scrounging for food. And remember, because he was in the DMZ, he was an elite trooper. And that meant that probably he has family back in Pyongyang, high in the regime, and nonetheless, they couldn't feed him.
All right. Well, Gordon Chang, thank you so much. Exciting to see the games happen. Always got to keep an eye on the truth. I appreciate your expertise.